Hey Aquarius, what's going on? We're here with a timeless reading. Welcome. The first card out is Queen of Pentacles. I'm seeing Nine of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So you can be in a spot right now where you're focusing on yourself. This can be focusing on your pockets, you can be focusing on your body, you can be focusing on your health, on your wellness, on your home, on your personal relationships, work stuff, whatever matters to you personally can be involved in this. You can be trying to take care of yourself. Queen of Pentacles is about doing what you need to do for yourself and being sort of stable for yourself, showing up for yourself the way that you need to, the way that you feel like you're meant to be doing that for yourself. And then that also means too that there's a sense of reliability then. So other people can sort of come to you and lean on you if need be. So you're seen as somebody that you're sort of doing what you need to for yourself, and so you'll be seen kind of like a rock for those around you. So that means people can come to you and be like, what's your advice? You know, that type of thing. That's the vibe of the Queen of Pentacles. And you may not necessarily feel like you're totally in that space now, but this may be sort of what you're working on currently. Queen of Pentacles is an important place to be because it means that it's working with your values and making sure that the choices that you're making and the way that you're living your life is reflective of those things. And so you feel at peace with yourself, you feel at one with yourself. And so there's not going to be that discord that you could be feeling, or there's not going to be conflict. So this can be going through things and being like, is there anything that I'm doing right now that is not truly reflective of my highest alignment, or however it is that you're sizing this up and figuring it out. And then doing what you need to do, or not doing what you feel like you don't need to do. But definitely here doing stuff for yourself. You can be building yourself up in some type of way. This is directly related to your self-esteem and self-worth too, because when you're living in a way that's in alignment with your values, you will feel that self-esteem. But when you're living in a way that's not aligned, this can also have to do with your relationships and how people treat you. You allow yourself to be disrespected. We're kind of going on a tangent. If you have situations going on with people where you're not speaking up for yourself and you're allowing yourself to be disrespected or treated in a way that you don't want to be, or there's a lot of stuff going on that you're taking personally but not doing anything about it, it can have you not feeling good about yourself, or not taking care of yourself in a way that you're I should be doing that for myself, but then not doing that and then not feeling good about yourself because of that. So lots of different things. It's all very subjective the way that this works. For some of us, we have certain goals that are super relevant and super linked with what allows us to feel in a space of value with ourselves, because we're honoring our values and showing up in the way that we need to show up. For others of us, we may look at that goal and be like, that doesn't personally resonate with me. So it very much depends on each person, how one feels like they're meant to be sort of going about living their life. What you need to do for you. All the ways that you take care of yourself and appreciate yourself and love yourself. Even if you don't feel like you're totally there yet. It's for those of you that you're working on this and can be struggling with it, something that can be helpful is to think the version of me that does take care of themselves, what would they be doing right now? You know, that type of thing. It's the kind of treat yourself as you would a best friend situation that is going to exemplify this for you. To emanate that energy. This feels like a whole lane that you're getting into. I'm seeing you feel excited about this. I feel like it's time to do this for yourself. I'm seeing actually you running in the direction of something that could have felt potentially daunting from a mental standpoint. But this can be something where you're like, okay, I know that I'm maybe experiencing this right now that can feel a bit crushing or overwhelming. At the same time, I feel like I need to do this for myself. I feel like you're not gonna let your thoughts get in the way of what you're doing here, when there may be some fear related stuff that's coming up for you. Like this Queen of Pentacles and Page of Wands is feeling like you are liberating a part of yourself. And this feels too like an inner child part of yourself, or like a very pure part of yourself if you don't identify with that. A part of you that's like, I want to go this way because it feels right to go in this direction, like something about it is calling to me, or this feels exciting, or this feels inspiring, or this feels like the fun thing to do, or just what I want to do for myself. I get this sense of you unleashing this part of you, this part of yourself. And because this is a very pure manifestation of your energy, rather than being deterred by the Ten of Swords, it feels like it's like it doesn't even matter that the Ten of Swords is there. That part of you is going towards this anyway. And this is an interesting thing to see within the cards, because normally you would see the energies shifting in a different way. This part of you that's very purely moving through you, and there's some type of inspired action here that is moving through you, that is speaking to you, going like head first, not in an ungrounded way, but just a space where it's like there's some type of divine connection here with the way that you're moving and you doing your thing and honoring yourself here, moving towards the Ten of Swords. And it feels like it doesn't matter if it's like the Ten of Cups or the Ten of Swords, like no matter what, you're just going to go this way because this is the way that you're going to be going. So I'm seeing something that could potentially deter one if they were not totally aligned with this part of themselves, you know, like more so aligned by something fear related, aligned with something fear related. But because of where you are, sorry, I'm just moving something around here. Because of where you are with things, it feels like this really pure part of you that you are connected with, that is like making some type of move here or inspiring some type of action here. It feels like it's like fear can't cling to it. It's in some type of level that fear can't really grab hold of it because it's such a pure energy that you're in. So that doesn't mean that you're not looking at something and being like, I see the label of that, like that is a difficult thing, or that's a challenging thing, or this is something that I'm surrendering here, but it feels like it's still not deterring you. And Ten of Swords can sometimes be something that deters us because it's like, I don't want to end that, or I don't want to have to go through that, or this is excruciating right now. I'm seeing this part of you be like racing towards it. And it feels even like this is going to help, something having to do with your mental health too for some of you, but it can be in a really subtle way. It can be something that there's been a part of you that's connected with your air energy that another part of you is sort of going to save. But I'm seeing this all be like interplay within you and your own energy. I will say this too, this isn't going to be the case for everybody, but for some of you, you have like a young spirit or a young energy around you. This can be a child or an animal or something like that. And it's like somehow liberating a part of yourself that you may feel it can be very crushed sometimes by the weight of your thoughts. Fire within you being unleashed, a purified energy. I do get the feeling that Ten of Swords is feeling like all of this stuff that could potentially weigh you down mentally, like all of the narratives and whatnot, but stuff that's not maybe particularly empowering, stuff that can be more so like fear-based or attachment-based. Having Seven of Wands come up feels like you finding ways to maneuver through this. So rather than being weighed down by it, it's sort of like dancing with this mental experience that you're having and being up for that. Like gymnastics, energetic gymnastics. You're in a really great space with yourself. Feels too like you're really in touch with your emotions as well, and then taking action based off of that. I do feel like there's something really important about wellness here that you're doing for yourself. Like really focusing on that area of your life right now. Your needs, things like that. Discerning feelings as well. So funny, before when I was talking about how this Page of Wands is running towards the Ten of Swords, and it's like, it doesn't matter if it's the Ten of Swords or the Ten of Cups, they're still going to go in that direction. The Ten of Cups just landed underneath the Ten of Swords over here. So it really does feel like not basing what you're doing off of some type of like external condition. It feels very much like this is the thing that I need to do, so regardless of what ends up popping up on the path, this is the direction that I'm going in. And it actually allows you to touch a place that's very joyful within you, to access that. And before, you could have been like shrouded in some type of fear or doubt or something that you hadn't completely surrendered to or let go of yet. And then to have the Ten of Cups below it, it feels like you've been going through something that had felt maybe crushing in certain ways. And then the Ten of Cups feels like this fire that you can feel within you that's just sort of like emanating from you, bursting from you. Okay. Having Seven of Wands and having Five of Wands here can be a delicate dance that needs to be done here. There can be some challenges that end up popping up. There can also be feeling like there are a couple different moves that you could be making, figuring out the right way to do things. And you can also feel like some stuff coming up is conflicting with some self-care stuff that you want to do for yourself. It can be like your needs, your self-care. It can be like, I want to show up within this relationship, but I have this responsibility that I need to tend to right now. So there can be stuff like that that's going on where it feels like it all is sort of circulating within a similar realm. And there can be like prioritizing and decisions that have to be made about what you're going to be doing with your energy. And it feels too like there's some type of multitasking that's happening here as well. I do feel like this is about decisions, when there may be a couple different things that are popping up, like pay attention to me, go this way. It feels like needing to figure those things out and make choices and figure out what you're prioritizing too. And the thing that I get as well, with starting with Queen of Pentacles and ending with Five of Wands, this can be anything that you have going on right now that would be challenging you taking care of yourself in the way that you feel you are meant to be, or living your life in a way that you feel like you want to be. Anything that would be coming up and challenging that, even if it's just your own habits, you know, where it's like, I have this type of goal for myself here, or I want to do this for myself, or start like incorporating this into my lifestyle, and this other activity or habit that I tend to do kind of conflicts with that. It's about working those things out. But you may also too be getting to the bottom of what certain messages mean when they're coming up within you too, to properly interpret those things and to make sure that you're going on paths that are going to be worthwhile to you. I do get the sense that all of this is going on while there may be some stuff that's closing out for you, but it can also feel simultaneously very happy. Like you can feel good about stuff and you can feel like you're connecting with a sense of joy within you, and there can also be some painful stuff that you're sliding through right now as well. I do get some stuff that's going to be clearing out, and there can be a part of you that's like, I don't know if I want to do it or not, and it feels like there are going to be decisions that are made about this. So again, there can be some stuff going on where when you take the time to reflect on it, it's like, I should actually stop doing that, or I should actually start doing this, like those types of things. And any conflict or resistance that you're feeling to aligning that, it feels like working those things out. And not allowing things to get in the way of what you're really feeling inspired to do here. So I'm getting feelings that are coming up, you being receptive because it feels like you're in this space to be doing that, you looking at different options that you have in front of you, a path or a few that you want to be walking down. And 10 of Cups is feeling like, oh, this is actually fulfilling. This can be something too that as you travel further, you're going to be like, this is definitely, like, I feel inner peace about the choice to go this way. Even if there's resistance. Which I get the feeling that most of the resistance is going to come from within you, but there can also be external circumstances that can feel like they're conflicting with what you're trying to do here. Slow and steady, it seems. I'm going to see if there's anything else coming to the forefront here. You know, with 5 of Wands, it's about actually working something out. So it's not dodging things. It's not bypassing it. It's like when this is sort of being brought up for me, this energy for me to work within, it's about figuring out like the choreography of that and being able to accomplish what you want to accomplish. So there can be some mindful movements that are being made. Again, anything that would be getting in the way of you showing up for yourself in the way that you feel like you should be showing up for yourself. Whether this be external stuff or internal stuff. Seems to like things are calming down emotionally as well. I don't know if something disruptive was going on, but I'm seeing you move to a place where it feels very tuned in and connected. Like you were going through something and things are settling down now. Yeah, I'm seeing stuff get like quiet here, but not in an inactive type of way. It's more like there's a word that I'm looking for, like a solace of some sort. Like coming back to your roots in some way. It does seem like you're still processing something while all of this is going on. Something that you still haven't fully shed yet, but you can feel like it's mostly off and you're just pulling off the final pieces of that layer. feels a little bit incomplete, but maybe that's just what it is for now. Current investment. This is the place to be. So if you were looking for confirmation, it feels like that's that. Make sure that when you're doing things, you're really sitting with it and asking yourself if it's like truly internally aligned for you or not. So you're not you're never going to waste your time doing something, but just in the like sentiment of that word or that phrase, pay attention to what you're spending your time doing so you can feel like it's worth it to you, because that's going to be the fastest way to connect with what you want to connect with and feel like a sense of peace or satisfaction or fulfillment. Yeah, I am seeing something closing out. It feels like it was very much time for this to happen. Like you're sort of being sent in a new direction. This can be a lot of the plans coming up that moves that you're making for yourself, that you're intending to. All right, everybody, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.